Cuba.
Alright, good evening. First, I would like to brief you about emergency first response, or short we call E for emergency, first F, response R, EFR. Okay. You don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be somebody that related to anything for you to be EFR. Anybody can be EFR. But our duty, the first thing is you have to take care of your safety first. Then we are able to take care of other people. Right. The most common things will happen is, I give one example first, in case falling down. Right. So imagine that you enter a room and you saw somebody is already on the floor due to falling down, but you don't simply rush and just move the person. Okay. So first, number one, you have to remember about EFR is to observe the environment.
Alright, practical straight with your partner adjust. Senang. Tak payah buat like university. Dia orang memang clarity. You two move every. One person
Okay, get you and your partner first.
For us, kita akan buat most of the time. Dalam 3 kali training, kita do one EFR. Then you keep on understanding.
Adjust your space somewhere
Adjust your
around
space.
there.
Seorang lie down. Seorang jatuh tidur.
Now wait, before you lie down, you just decide with your partner who's going to be the person that is injured. Okay, you don't have to tell your partner how is the injury. I want you to, but of course, before you fall down, you have to show something. Example, you climb up the chair to fix, then assuming you fall down. Okay, just at least we know because we are learning. Okay, proceed.
First, you tahu tak macam mana orang jatuh? You know how people jatuh. You always bila jatuh, mesti kalau tu macam tadi kan? Right. So, imagine dia buat. Salah dia tu. Okay.
Jatuh and stay there.
Andai buat. Dia jatuh dekat.
Stay there.
Dan dia jatuh dengan sebelah kaki. Not bad. Adik siapa punya jatuh tu?
Langgar tiang.
Langgar tiang, good.
Okay, first like I said, as you enter, or the first thing that you want to see is observe the surrounding. In case, because you don't know what happened to the person, maybe electric short, so the electric is still moving. Okay, then suddenly you touch, you will also get the electric short. And in case snake bite, example, so the animal is still around. Okay, and in case there's a fire and all that, so all that has to be observed first. Okay, assuming everything is okay, now you go closer to the victim. Okay, normally, one by one, show me what you will normally do. Muzakir?
What the way?
Assuming you see what you normally do.
Okay, right, go.
Okay, Mira, pass. What? Okay, do that. Okay, E. Are you okay? Okay, so that's generally whether you go and turn suddenly the person, or you just go and see, you know what is it, or the most common people check still alive or not. Okay, don't ever turn the person without knowing anything.
What and Nash? Never mind, it's good learning.
Okay, so that's the first thing you have to remember. After observe, don't simply turn the victim.
Why?
Why? Because you don't know what happened. Maybe he fall down, the neck broken, or any part of the body broken. Okay, or maybe there's a knife here at the back. You didn't notice. It's actually just to the side. As you turn, you go and cut the victim. Okay, right? Because we don't know the situation, so don't simply turn the victim. Right? The first thing that you must do is to go closer.
Wait, sorry. Can I recommend the needle So sometimes benda-benda I always like to be creative. Itu zombie kalau dia hantu dia oh okay what you gonna do, right? Or you just be creative, orang jahat dia plan kan pergi jalan ke sampai you you give your 100 points to him. Why don't you just that blue skin then goes away, right? I recommend that one rather than pergi dekat. Because you are giving your battle points semua ni very close to him. And you don't know kalau dia ada virus kan, sekarang macam-macam virus. Right, okay, proceed. Itu awal lah, orang lain sekali lah.
Okay, after all the safety thing has been taken care, you normally just tap first in case. But you also must talk. You don't just at least, hello, are you okay? Just to confirm. That's number one. Number two, being the EFR, normally we have to tell that I'm Wati, emergency first response. I'm here to help you. Okay, but that one is optional. Alright. The next thing to do is to check physically if there's any injury, any blood coming out. Right? Maybe from the nose or from the neck or from the hand or anything.
Guys, number two, identify yourself. Hello, hello, are you okay? I'm Najib. Are you okay? Right? Identify yourself and check the scenario,
Yes.
your body.
Check the scenario, check in case there's anything, especially blood, because if blood coming out, that is very dangerous. If there's no blood, at least you know that it is not as critical as when blood come out. Okay? Alright. At the same time, please get help. In case if you find your friend or anything, please make sure your friend or get another person to go and call for help.
Right. Hello, how to get help? Cepat, practice show. Okay, practice cepat. Jangan bangun lagi, sakit terus. Bangun. Pakai radiation dekat sebelah dia. You know your handphone ada vibrations, ada wave kan? You tak tahu kenapa tu.
Okay, how do you call for help?
Help.
Okay, you scream, yes, because sometimes not call for help meaning calling with the handphone, right? You have to get somebody outside or anybody to know that whatever happened, because you cannot be only two trying to help at the same time, no other assistant come here. So number one, if you have your friend, please tell your friend, go and call for help, ask the person to come here. Because sometimes miscommunication, at that time panic, you just say, hey, go for help. Then the person just call, didn't inform anything, just, somebody injured. Yes. You have to tell the person, call for help, ask the help to come here. Where's the location? I will wait here. Okay? If not, yes, use your handphone, but don't use too close to the victim. Move at the side and please use your phone. Identify yourself. The first thing is to inform the location and roughly what you observe. Okay?
Okay, now from the scenario tu, lepas you call for help, don't talk anything yang berbahaya. Like, cepat, I met someone, kepala dah nak putus, faster. You keep on telling the injury to him. Kalau dia surviving or he's listening to what you say, your conversations to your friend or you on your phone, dia tak sakit, dia lagi sakit. He doesn't know that kaki dia dah putus ke apa, right? You keep on bagi tahu with exercise, right? Then don't do that in front of him so that he doesn't. He must be confident and calm. Don't worry, I'm Zaki, I'm a trained paramedic or I'm a trained Sarjani or trained Pacific Merah. Don't worry, something that can console him. So dia punya darah pun taklah laju kan, right? If the blood has to come out, a lot of blood have to come out, so blood pun slow down. So, oh, I'm okay. Dia dalam ambulance dia akan rasa okay, right? Orang outside bahaya when dia dalam ambulance dia rasa cool sikit, right? Come on.
Okay. Now, other than that, while waiting for the help to come, in case if there's a blood, the things that important for you to do is to stop the blood from coming out more and more, right?
Yes, Alimatus. Okay, Alimatus ask because in case kalau you dekat fire, api ke anything dangerous kat tepi tu, right? Right? Takkan you nak rawat dia dekat depan api tu, right? So how you gonna move them? Move them sikit. Assuming ada api, kereta terbakar. Kereta terbakar ni kan boleh meletup. Right, kapal terbang lagi. Macam mana nak tarik? Kalau you duduk situ, you pun terbakar juga. So macam mana nak buat? Pada waktu itu kan, selamatkan dia dulu. What? Saya tak tahu haiwan macam mana.
Something
What you do?
Huh?
Something
Save the victim. What?
go out from the place. Then put out the fire.
Right, and just take the fire first.
Kalau ada pemadam api lah.
Okay. Sibuk tadi macam tu. Kenapa? Masa tu emergency kan, very fast nak kena fikir. Right, Wati? The right recommendations.
That's it. The fire is big, I just put away the victim. If the fire just so big, I can use any cloth or anything to put up this.
Okay, alright, good. Depending on the situation, because sometimes maybe you see only a small fire around that area that you know it will not move, and you have something to stop the fire, at least not to move the victim. But, like I said just now, safety first. You must be safe before you can save somebody. You not to be also burn together with the victim. So, if the fire is too big or you see the condition is calm, you know that at any time it will be. So
Kalau
you
dia
have to
tengah masak
save.
barbecue, honestly you do it, yeah.
So you have to save the victim first. So that depend on the situation. The best is not to move the victim, but if it is dangerous for you and also the victim, especially yourself, then you have to get the victim away from the incident area. Okay.
So first step, you already saved the person. You already there. You are already in that frame. Now, anything happen, you are subject to law of acquisition already. You dah masuk dalam masalah undang-undang. Orang tersakit, awak dah ada di situ. You are in the frame. Awak akan dibicarakan, awak akan jadi saksi, awak akan jadi alibi. There's so many things in there because you are already in the frame. You are already there. That's why some people dia nampak orang jatuh, they move elsewhere. You don't want. Right. Once you enter the frame, now all subject to legal already. Remember, his life ada kaitan dengan awak now. Your phone number later, if he survive, will be in his telephone. Right.
So that is why it is also being called first emergency response. Respond to that first, because nobody accident happen and just straight away be there within few seconds. So that's why we need EFR. Okay. You will not be responsible to save the life, but at least to put the victim away from another danger. Alright. Okay. So back to the victim. If there's blood, please make sure you stop the blood first. After the environment are all okay, then number 2, while waiting for the help or the medical team to come, you can check whether there's any broken head and all that. Okay, how to check is, normally we check from the neck, because if neck injury, it will be very worse. So what you do is, you don't move, you just slide in your hand at the back of the neck, and if the person is conscious, dia masih lagi sedar, okay, masih lagi sedar, then you can also have some conversation. What happened? Jatuh ke? Apa ke? So that you know apa yang terjadi. Okay, you know what happened. But if the person is unconscious at all, then you just have to a little bit check and see whether there's anything obvious that you can see. Okay. Then in case you see that sometimes the bone come out and all that, so that's where you try to get something to support. You know, the stick or newspaper is to support, so that the part where it's injured is not being moved without the victim realize, or with the victim